Hi everyone, it's been a minute since I filmed a video and I have to say I really missed you guys. I do have a lot of comments left on prior videos and I will either do my best to get to each individual one or I will group them together and do a Q&A video to answer all of your questions, just because I'm really lagging behind on the social media front. And when I was sick for most of October, my eyes would really hurt from looking at screens, so I couldn't watch TV or go on social media. So that's the reason why I've literally disappeared, but I'm back and I'm happy about it. And I thought I would make a video today, unlike most of our other videos on the channel, talking about what to do when you are sick and how to return to health most quickly. So I wanted to share with you some of the supplements I have here that I'll talk about and other important things to do when you are healing from illness. Two disclaimers I want to make straight off the bat. This video isn't sponsored by any brand or any supplement that I'll talk about. And two, even though I am a medical doctor, none of this is medical advice. Some of these supplements do have negative reactions on certain individuals, so always consult your own professional before trying new things if you're not sure about what's best for you. So this is just sharing my experience of what I've been through in the last month. Also, before I forget, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share with your friends because we all get sick. And if you share the videos, it helps my channel grow. So it's a win-win. Starting off with when I first got sick, I had a high fever for days and days and days, and I did not drink enough water. Not only is it important to drink water on a daily basis, which you all know, but it's even more important when you're sick and even more important when you have a fever, because the higher temperature of your body causes you to lose more water through your skin. So we get dehydrated very easily. I had really, really low blood pressure. I knew that because I measured it, but also when I would stand up, I immediately felt like I was going to pass out. So you've got to drink your water. It's really, really important. So talking about what I took when I was unwell, I'm not going to leave the best for last. I'm actually going to start with what I would say is my most important key player when I don't feel well. And in my opinion, it's proven to be effective. I have shared this with my friends and family. Literally everyone has it in their cupboard and everyone takes it when they feel something coming on. And oftentimes, more often than not, they don't get sick. I discovered this when I moved to California. I get it at Sprouts. For those in California, you'll know. And if you're not in California, either your natural health food store will have this, your grocery store, or you could probably get it online. Wellness Formula by Source Naturals. I will put into the video in more detail all of the ingredients in here, but basically this is full of vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts from garlic, echinacea, olive leaf extract, etc., to boost your immune system into an active role to help combat whatever infection is coming on. So this is my go-to and it works most of the time. There's one caveat to this that I will share. These are the tablets. It also comes in capsules. The problem with the tablets is they are really large. They are really, really large and they are hard to swallow. They're not slippery and they taste gross. So some people, like my son, for example, he will only tolerate the capsules, and that's fine. With the capsules, you just have to take more of them. But that is, if I just had to have one thing stranded on an island, that would probably be it. The second thing, which is really, really, really important, is vitamin D. And the reason why vitamin D is so important these days is, number one, because we all wear so much sunscreen, we don't get enough sun on our skin to produce the amount of vitamin D that our body needs. And also, it was October, so in the winter months, no matter where you live, you tend to have most people have insufficient levels of vitamin D. So I prefer drops, but vitamin D is available in little capsules as well. And it is a fat soluble product. So if you're taking vitamin D and you also happen to be eating anything with fat in it, whether it's olive oil in a salad or a full fat milk yogurt or eggs, whatever you're eating that has fat in it will help this absorb as well. And now let's move on to the antioxidant family. So one of the things I took was this NAC Detox. This is an acetylcysteine, which is a semi-essential amino acid, meaning our bodies can produce this from other amino acids, or we can consume this in things like chicken, dairy, eggs, etc. The importance of an acetylcysteine is that it is a precursor to glutathione, which is a known very powerful antioxidant. And you can get glutathione in a liposomal form. You can get injections of glutathione. I took this because this is what I had and I was not leaving the house. So this is supposed to boost the production of glutathione in your body. Next, I took resveratrol. You may be familiar with the name. Resveratrol is the beneficial ingredient found in red wine or in grapes in general, but obviously it's in higher concentration in capsule form than drinking bottles and bottles of wine. And it's known for its benefits in the cardiovascular system and reducing atherosclerosis. And it's also thought to dilate blood vessels a little bit. And I think that may be the main benefit with being sick, in terms of if you're sick with, for instance, COVID or anything that can produce microclots, then this will help blood flow essentially. Next up on the list is quercetin. This is another ingredient that can be found in red wine. It's also found in onions and green tea and berries. And it is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. This can help with swelling. It can also help control blood sugars, and it's thought to help with the preventing cardiovascular disease. So another antioxidant. Another thing that I think is really important that I took was zinc. The one thing that's important to remember when taking a zinc supplement is that zinc can effectively lower your copper levels in your body. So you have to remember to either take something with micronutrients that has copper in it, or make sure one of your other supplements contains copper. So in my case, this contained copper, so I could use these two and not worry about having to take something else just to get copper. Now, when I was really, really sick, I couldn't actually hold this down because this is really strong and potent. And so when I was not able to take this, I actually just took plain vitamin C. This is vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams, just to up my vitamin C, which I could tolerate. But when I'm able to take this has 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in it. So then I don't take an additional vitamin C to it. And lastly, two additional ones that I think are just good for you in general is vitamin B complex. We all know vitamin B12 is really good for us. Some people get the injections in the arm for vitamin B12 for more vitality and energy. It also can help with anemia in certain types of anemias that people can get. So this is a vitamin B complex. It has all kinds of vitamin Bs, so I take that. And another one is vitamin K. This isn't necessarily related to being ill, but I just thought I would share it. Vitamin K is thought to prevent bone loss and bone resorption, and this with vitamin D just helps keep your bone mass. And lastly, because of this specific illness, I ended up taking aspirin for two reasons. So one is, in general, it's really, really common in our society that when someone has a fever, we immediately try to lower the temperature with Tylenol. It's a knee-jerk reaction without actually thinking about it. But if you think about the reason why the body develops a fever, it's because the elevated temperature is not a suitable environment for viruses and bacteria. So that is the body's way of beating an infection. And it's actually a very good, healthy immune reaction to a point. When a high fever is dangerous and can cause convulsions, everybody knows that. But there is a range of fever that is actually good for you, and it helps you get better quickly. So I have never treated fevers in patients or in my son or myself if it was within the healthy range, unless someone insists on it. And why would someone insist on it? And because having a fever is physically very uncomfortable. Our skin is very sensitive. We can get just a really uncomfortable feeling of being in our skin. So we may want to beat a fever so we could maybe fall asleep, because sleep is obviously also very, very important. So in this particular illness, I felt like if I could, I would crawl out of my body. I felt so much pain just on my skin and everywhere else that I took aspirin as an anti-inflammatory, as a blood thinner, and to reduce some fever and help me sleep. And that was the main reason for it. And then later on, I don't have baby aspirin, so I just take these. These are the full strength 325 milligrams, and I would cut them into quarters, the equivalent of a baby aspirin, just to make sure my blood is flowing in a healthy way and there's no clots or micro clots or anything like that. Lastly, one additional thing I take just in general all the time, all year round, is Complete Omega. And this has not only omega-3s, but it has 6 and 9, I believe. Yeah, 6 and 9, which are also really, really important. So I think this is the best omega supplement out there in terms of having the 3, the 6, and the 9. There may be better ones. To be honest, I don't do heavy research into... I probably should, into the brands. I know that supplements are not regulated, and so just like with skincare, truly, there are so many supplements that literally have nearly nothing in them other than filler, and it's really hard to find good ones. I know of what I've read recently is that it's better to buy supplements from small producers, almost like family businesses. Since none of it is regulated, you're almost looking for people who, or businesses who are genuine and authentic and genuinely want to help people rather than make a buck. So I can't speak to how reliable these brands are. I know that, when I choose them, I do ask around. I do see which ones are maybe most popular or people speak well of. But have I researched deeply that, this is the best brand for quercetin? I'm not sure. I have heard good things about this one. Are there better ones? There could very well be. So that's something I would love to know in our little community on YouTube. If you guys did do extensive research, if you have brands you love, please share down below for me and for everyone else on here so we can learn from each other and stay healthy together, hopefully. And that is essentially it. In addition to things you consume as supplements, as I mentioned, I can't emphasize enough the importance of water and sleep and rest, which is critical when we're not feeling well. So I slept a lot. I still go to bed at 7 because I just am done by then. Frequent naps. I pretty much slept most of the day, every day for days and days and days. So allow your body to get the sleep that it needs because it's just really, really important for recovery. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.